Can you elaborate on why you don't like having sex and does it cause relationship issues? Oh, they said worst sneaky link experience. Okay, let me tell y'all. Someone said a genuine question is, do lesbians really suck strap? I've heard of it, but I feel like nah. You could spend 24 hours with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? So hey, you guys, Glamazon and I'm back with another video, as you guys can tell. Also, check out my vlogging channel because I will be having all the things over there. Basically, today I'm making body butters. I'm going on a lunch day. I'm going downtown Atlanta. So, girl, we is outside, okay? It was a Q&A. I've been trying to do Q&As every once in a while just to make sure I'm updated with everything. So I want to do a Q&A, but I'm going to be taking my hair down because I got to get ready for my lunch day. One of you guys said, meeting you has been the best part of my move to Atlanta, but now I want to be friends. Ooh, period. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that because I try when I meet everybody to be super nice and sweet. Like, I'm like that anyway, but it's just like, it can get overwhelming sometimes, especially if it's an event and it's like multiple people. But I'm never going to act weird. What Nikki said, I'm never too much to say what's up, okay? I'm never going to do that because at the end of the day, y'all watch my videos, which got me here, and that's why I do what I do, because of y'all. So I would never take that for granted. My friend Bucky said, what we doing for our birthday? Because we have the same birthday. I'm actually going to be in Bali for my birthday. If you guys know, I do the Bali travel trips. So I'm doing 2 Bali travel trips back to back, which is such a blessing. I'm taking my supporters on a trip to Bali. We're going to do excursions together. We're going to be doing all that kind of, I don't want to keep this. We're going to be doing excursions together. We're going to be doing a lot of content, and I'm hosting 2 seminars. This is my first seminar that I'm holding internationally, and like I told you guys, I did the women's empowerment event, the Pain to Champagne thing, but I'm not doing that anymore. So I wanted to do something else that could, like, I wanted to do another thing that was super empowering, also with me connecting to my supporters. I thought this was great. I'm super happy about it. So I will be in Bali pretty much for the whole month of October. It's, baby, if you didn't know, now you know. So someone said, do you want kids one day? I do want kids, but I'm not gonna lie. I have a couple factors that have me scared to have children. Number one, I feel like they said the older you get, it's not that good, I assume, to have children. That's what I heard. I don't know, but I don't, that's just a fear of mine. I don't want my child to come out with like problems or birth defects due to my age, so I don't know. I've heard a lot of women that was older have healthy pregnancies, but I'm just saying from what I've heard, that was a thing. Also, if I'm going to have kids with somebody, it has to be somebody I like. Like, I have to be somebody I'm compatible with. I don't mind co-parenting with them, whether we're together or we're not together, and I trust them. So, all that comes into play. And the fact that I do date women, I have a lot more control over when I get pregnant, who I get pregnant by. Because, if you dating a guy and y'all just doing it and it just happened by accident, it's like, okay, it's here. This is what happens. That's not what happens with females. We actually have to plan it. It's actually whose egg is whose egg. We have to find a donor, who's going to carry it. And then it's like, this is the person. And then you have to pay for all that stuff. But it's just like, I want to make sure the decision is correct. Like, nobody wants to be out here Look, I ain't wait this long to make a mistake. Okay? And, it is what it is. But I ain't wait this long to just be just doing whatever. But it's so crazy. The older I get, I've been dating a lot of people that is older than me. And they all have been talking about, oh, I feel like we would be perfect to have children together. Oh, I feel like that you would be a great mom. Like, I just been hearing this so much. So, I don't know. The girls think they're going to get me. They might, shoot. But I did say I wanted kids. Like, I did say I wanted kids super soon. But then all that kind of changed after I was like, you know what? I'm out here living my life. What's the rush? What makes you happy? Like, what brings you genuine joy in your life right now? Oh, MG. As I've gotten older, something that's brought me like joy is peace. When I tell you, I used to take for granted how well it felt to just have peace. When you're younger, your mind, it depends, but for me, when I was younger, my mind wasn't so focused on so many things. The most my mind was ever focused on was females, like dating. Like, that was the most. It's just being realistic. Or what I was going to wear. Like, that was it. But as I gotten older and I've had so many different things happen and things that I am now more knowledgeable about, and I get on social media and you see the craziest things, sometimes horrific. It will mess with your brain. Like, girl, it will take you out. So I will say a thing that brings me the most joy and happiness right now is peace and my mind being quieted and just relaxing. Like, I don't think my anxiety has ever been as bad as it's been lately, but I also know that's due to the fact of just life and everything that I have going on and just transitioning and being super uncomfortable. So that is probably my biggest thing of being happiness is just peace, quiet mind, like relaxing, like that is it. Does your views on marriage look different now that you're in your 30s? You know, I used to be super gun-ho on getting married by a certain age and doing things in a marriage, but I was never ready for marriage. Like, never ready for it. And I think that, yeah, I was never ready for it. I think the way my mindset is now and the way that I deal with problems and the way I handle myself in situations, I could see myself being a lot more like able to deal with someone in that capacity. But the way I was operating before, it was no way. Like, I have really grew a lot far as just taking accountability for things, being able to step outside of myself, genuinely just being able to look at just maneuvering different. And I think if I was maneuvering the way I was maneuvering before, I was super like, I was chaotic. I feel like the people around me was chaotic. I feel like the situations I was in was chaotic. So I can't see how that a marriage would have survived that. But I do think the way that I operate now, you know, I could see it. I definitely, so to answer your question, I definitely think my views have changed. Girl, I'm spraying so much hairspray because I want this stuff to last. How do you cope with anxiety? I was going to do a video on this, but I'll give y'all a sneak peek. So some ways I cope with anxiety is number one, I pray. I straight up pray. I have to really get in tune with God. I'm a little hot, so I'm going to go ahead and put this window down just a little bit. I have to pray. Praying is like a big part of my journey, and really praying is so big to me. Like, I lean on God for so many things, and I thought before I was doing it, but baby, no. Compared to now, what was I doing before? Praying is number one. Number two, I do take these, it's pills I have that I take to soothe my anxiety. They're not prescription. They're not prescription pills. They're like pills you can get from Target, like distress pills. I also have teas that I drink that like calm my nerves and soothe my nerves. I have apps on my phone. I have an app called a Calm app where it's like a meditation app. Also, they let you listen to different noises like waterfalls. One of my favorites is green noise. It sounds like pretty much you're on an airplane. That's why every time I get on an airplane, I go to sleep straight up. So all those little things is different stuff that I use to really cope with my anxiety because, baby, whew, we ain't got to talk about it. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Oh, in 5 to 10 years, I would pray to God and hope that if it's His will, that I am married, I have children, or I'm starting a family. I'm super solidified and comfortable in my career. I have started a new business. I would hope that I'm just really happy, healthy, mobile, still able to walk, talk, see. I am just healthy mentally. And, you know, I want to have like properties that I own. I also don't know if I love Atlanta. I don't know if I want to really stay here or do I just want to have multiple places and live in multiple different spaces in the world? Like, would I want to have a house in Cali? Because I do miss Cali a little bit. Or do I just want to be in Atlanta, New York, or wherever? Like, I don't want to be limited, and I just want to be super financially stable. And I know this is probably, I don't know if this is the answer you was looking for, but that's just how I feel. Those are the things I like prioritize right now with me. Someone said, how do you deal with disingenuous people since you have a large platform? To be honest, I really don't. I can kind of tell when someone is not being like genuine. I can feel it. Like, I can feel it. And it be sucking because I be like, dang, I thought you was cool. Like, this one girl, look, I'm going to just say it. It was this one girl I met. And the first thing she was like is, oh, I want to go outside and take pictures in front of your car. I'm like, what? And then she was talking about my G-Wagon. And then she was like, oh, yes, I wanna flick it. Like, it was in my car, like, taking videos, taking pictures. And she would always ask me when it's time to link. Oh, is you going to drive the truck, girl, today? And I was like, you know what? I need to stop talking to you. And that's what I did. I stopped talking to her because I felt like, I don't know. I just don't like that kind of stuff. You're just around me because of whatever I have. Like, I'm not hanging around you. Like, I ain't no duck now. But, yeah. That's kind of, that. I don't like that kind of stuff. It's like, girl, get away from me. You know, but you have it. I mean, people are out here, what is it? Clout chasing or doing their own thing. I get it, but you ain't gonna do that on me. I don't like that kind of stuff. Like, no, 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 no. Would you do a girls trip with other YouTubers? Don't get it twisted. We love Solo Tay. I definitely would do a girls trip with other YouTubers. I would. It just has to be a good. Y'all know what happened when I went to the Brazil and me and that girl. I was like, oh, I got to leave her where she's at because she's not my type of people I like to be around. But I would definitely do a trip with other YouTubers. It just got to be a good group of girls, like to have fun, want to shoot content, like to take my pictures just as much as I like to take your pictures, and we can vibe. Like, I don't mind that. Like, I don't hate YouTubers. I know before I had this thing on my, like, oh, I gotta watch out, like, they be snaky, like, da-da-da-da. But I really have just been trying to reprogram my brain to think differently and not take other situations that I've been in to just make me feel like everybody's bad. You know, I've been saying that since I probably lived in LA, like, oh, I don't be trusting certain YouTubers. Which is true. You shouldn't trust everybody, but I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt before I jump out there and just say everybody's bad. Because everybody ain't bad. It's just I've had some situations that weren't the best. If I wasn't an influencer, I definitely would think I would be utilizing my degree a lot more. I have my degree in fashion design, fashion merchandising. So I probably would be doing stuff for clothes. I probably would be a fashion buyer for a store. Probably, and I definitely think I would be living in New York. I think I would be a fashion buyer or maybe a stylist in New York. I think that's what I would be doing. And probably also having my own label as well. But I think that's what I would be doing. And if I wasn't doing that, I definitely would be a veterinarian. Why aren't you into feminine women? I am into feminine women. I even vlogged. I had went on a date and was talking to a feminine woman. And I posted her on my blog a couple vlogs back when I was doing that. So, yeah, I've dated feminine women. I don't think I've dated as many feminine women as I have this year. I think in my 30s, I've definitely dated a lot more feminine women than I ever have. But that sounds so bad. Yeah, not like that. But you know what I'm saying? I've just definitely been dating feminine women. But I'm not opposed to it. But I do notice that they have to come a certain way. Like, I like masculine energy. So if you're going to be feminine, like, you're going to have some type of, like, not aggression, but, like, you got to, take control. I like to be girly. I don't want to be dominant. I don't want to be over here sitting here masculine as heck and trying to do this and do that. Like, no, that is not what I'm trying to do. No, baby. If you want to take out the trash, you do that. If you want to tell me what you want to eat tonight, go ahead, do that. If you... like, open my door, like stuff like that, So I don't mind it though. I don't mind talking to feminine women. How do you not be afraid of getting cosmetic surgery? Let me be honest with y'all. When I first got my BBL, I did not do any research. Why? Because I knew if I did research, I would not have got it. So once it happened, that night before, I was trembling. I was shaking in my boots. I was like, I cannot believe I'm really doing this. Oh my God. Oh my God. But I just feel like, if it's something about me I don't like, I want to change it. And if I'm going to change it, I don't want it to be no, I just want to change it. Like, I don't want to have to sit here and be like, constantly looking at something that I know I can fix. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, well, you don't gotta fix nothing. I mean, that's cool and all. But I think that it's different. It hit different when you done got it before. Like, I've got it before, so I don't think I'm as terrified as I was. I mean, I probably should be super still mindful, like, oh, you're getting surgery, like, this is surgery. But, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, nobody wants nothing to happen to nobody, straight up, right? But I can't let that not let me do something. Like, and it's crazy because it's getting so popular that I had a company reach out to me the other day, and they offered consultations for nose jobs and dental work and all this other stuff. And I was like, oh, do I want to get something done? Because it's just so popular now. But I think that if you do your information and your research on the doctor, you should be good. Check your doctor's history. Check their credentials. Do they have any deaths on their thing? Are they like a credible doctor? Did people get their work done by them and actually like it? Like, all those things is at your leisure to check and see if you like. Because if you do, most time you like the doctor. If you don't, then you be like, okay, I don't want to go to this doctor. So that is your due diligence to check all those kinds of things of your doctor. So I think that cosmetic surgery is always scary, but you just got to do your research. With my doctor, I did do research on him as a doctor. Did I do research on the actual procedure and how they do it? No, I did not do that. But yeah, I'm not scared like that no more. I think just cause I just done did my research and stuff. Have you ever been in an abusive relationship, and how did you get out? I don't really think my relationships was like super abusive. I think we had super abusive moments, but yeah, girl, it was, I never was in a situation where I'm like being domesticatedly, like, I don't know. I haven't had, like, I've never been in a situation where it's like, oh, like, I'm fighting for my life trying to get out. No, I didn't have that kind of thing. So, do you have a dream travel destination you haven't been to yet? I don't know if it's like my dream travel, but I do want to go there. I want to go to Thailand. Never been to Thailand. Also want to go to Greece. My dream vacations was Bali and, no, Bora Bora and the Maldives, and I've been to both. And I actually really, really like them. I think that they're really good places, especially if you're like honeymooning or you want to do something to celebrate like a really big accomplishment, or your man or your woman want to give you like a baby moon. I think that's like really cute to go over there for that. Yeah, I think those is cute places for that kind of stuff. Someone said, what is your biggest flex, but you don't flex it? Stay blessed. Love your content. Oh, my biggest flex. I think my biggest flex would have to be, I think my biggest flex is like 2 to 3 things. I think number 1, I have a bomb personality. I'm super easy to mesh with. You can take me to the ratchet side of the town. You can take me to the bougie side of town. I'm like bougetto. Like, I'm the perfect blend. I always say that. I think that is like a super big flex I have. Number 2, I think that I'm pretty self-efficient. Like, I'm not like a clingy person. Like, when I have my person, that's my person, but they don't have to worry about always having to go with me to this or always having to show up and do this with me and that. No, I'm super independent. I think that's also a really big flex because a lot of people don't know how to be independent. And it's crazy to say, but it's true. Like, a lot of people don't know how to be independent. And number 3, I kind of like, I ain't gonna hold you, like, you know, people be talking about having degrees. I really think having my degree is a flex to me. Like, I got a bachelor's degree. Like, I'm smart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be smart without it, but I really went to school and I showed y'all that I'm smart. So I think that was like a big flex to me too. So those is my flexes for the meantime, between time, okay? Oh, they said worst sneaky link experience. Okay, let me tell y'all. So my worst sneaky link experience, I'm gonna have to cover this up. My worst sneaky link experience was super tragic. Number 1, I feel like the person was too hype to be with me, and I had no business being with them, and I knew I had no business being with them, but I was like, okay, she fine. Girl, she wanted to like take pictures of me, kept doing all that, doing this, doing that, wanted to be all up on me, kissing on me, calling me hers. I'm like, look, we got to stop this. So I don't really feel like I had any horrible sneaky links, but that was the worst, because it's, to me, it's like, what are you doing with all these photos and videos? Why are you so hyped up, and why did you play it so cool and let us get this far until I knew? That was like one of my worst sneaky link experiences. And then I had another sneaky link experience where me and a girl got arguing. This was years ago. This was when I was in college, or just getting out of college. It was something around that time. Girl, we had went out, and I don't know what happened. We went out to eat. We got in an argument. I forgot what kind of argument we got in, but it was crazy. And I got in her car. Girl, she was so mad. We were still arguing. This girl took my purse, threw it out the window on the highway. I jumped out on the highway, and then we was going back and forth, cussing each other out, fighting. And then it was like, it was too much. Because then I was trying to pick up my license, pick up all my stuff. It was such a toxic thing. It was so bad. And this wasn't even a girl I was in a relationship with. This was just a girl I was sneaking around with. Girl, this was just a girl I was sneaking around with at the time. It was so horrible. Like, it was so bad. So I would say that was probably the most toxic one. But I do not remember what we got arguing about. And then when we got back to my house, because she took me back to my dorm. Girl, when we get back to my dorm, do you know she had the audacity? She was like, I'm leaving, da da da. Can I have a bottle of water? I give her a bottle of water. Girl, I gave her a bottle of water, and she called me like in 10 minutes. And she was like going in on me, talking about, why would you try to poison me? You try to da 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 da. So what I think had happened was, I used to put rubbing alcohol in bottles of water. Why I did this, I don't know. I had it for something, to take it somewhere. Do you know she had all that? I don't know. I don't think I did. But I gave her a bottle of water. I'm thinking that that's the one she had, so she drank it. And literally, she thought I was trying to poison her. So, girl, at this point, she comes back to the house. And she wants to, like, tussle it out. And I'm like, first off, you bigger than me. Second off, I know we both females, but you are, like, she was tall. And she was huge. She played basketball. I was like, ain't no way. I ain't fighting you. So she was kind of like, I think she was going to fight me, but not really fight me for real. But I was like, girl, I'm not fighting you. I don't give her, like, wait a minute. I'll call somebody around here. I'll call my ex for real. So at that point, like I said, I was in college. So that was like probably the worst. After that, I never talked to her again. Like, just never talked to her again, because it was just, we was too toxic in the beginning, and nothing had even happened. Would you be open to potential acquaintances, turn friend that's not in the same career as you? I'm always open to people that's not in the same career as me. None of my friends are YouTubers or influencers for real. I mean, a couple of them, but not really. So that doesn't bother me at all. How do you make new friends in a new state? And all I say is, I recommend going outside, going to bars during the day, or going out to activities. Like, I did a pottery class the other day, and I met a girl. Right now I'm going to this body lotion intimacy thing, and I'm probably gonna meet some people in there. I do go shopping, and when I see people, I speak to them, talk to them. Or I also go on Eventbrite and see if there's events going on, and I jump into those. And then if I'm on social media and I see a person lives in Atlanta and they seem like they're a vibe from off TikTok or Instagram, girl, I hit them up and be like, oh, do you want to do this? I haven't done that lately though, but I did that in LA, and I just met a lot of people. So, I meet the girls. Someone said a genuine question is, do lesbians really suck strap? I've heard of it, but I feel like nah. Yes, they do. But I don't feel like it's a problem with it. Like, it's a part of the experience. We're going to give them the experience, okay? Ooh, someone said, if you could spend 24 hours with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? And I would say, I'm not really a huge Beyonce fan, but I think that Beyonce's work ethic and just the way she juggles her life and has it super private, and she goes through so many different things and she don't have to speak on it publicly, and she's still that girl, that is so inspiring to me. Like, it ain't even about her craft that I like. It's just about how she maintains her personal. That is a flex to me. Do you hear me? Like, I love that for her. So I think Beyonce. If I had to choose between the two, it's Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki because I just been loving her for so long. But Beyonce, because I feel like Beyonce is that girl. You can't take it away from her. Even if you're not a Beyonce fan, you got to get with Beyonce. Someone says, you've been seeing all the drama lately. I definitely have been seeing the drama, but it ain't my business. So I don't indulge, baby. Because let me tell you, every dog has their day. I'm not going to sit over here and gloat with somebody's drama, because I feel like my drama could be next or years from now. And look, everybody has their problem. I had my drama, about a year ago. So, hey, I ain't never going to spill in nobody having a drama. Never. Not at all. I almost forgot to answer this question until I looked on my story and I seen it, because somebody had asked me, and it was a big thing. Okay, so can you elaborate on why you don't like having sex, and does it cause relationship issues? And I wrote in there, I was like, huh, when did I ever say that? That's what I said publicly, because that was the one question I did answer. And everybody was like, you said that one time. I'm like, when did I say it? And one girl broke it down to me a while ago. I remember we both was in the video. It was like a Q&A. And I was like, oh, she was like, oh, Tay don't even be having sex like that. And I said, no, I don't. Like, I'm not that type of person. I'm not really sexual. When I said that, we were referring to the point of me dating. When I'm dating a person and getting to know a person, I am not freaking off. Like, I'm not doing nothing with you like that. I'm still getting to know you. I'm not doing nothing like that. Like, because I'm just not comfortable. When I'm in a relationship, I guess you could say I'm not a casual sex type of girl. When I'm in a relationship, I'm doing it every day. Probably more than every day. Like, I'm doing it twice a day. Like, I'm really on top of my person all the time. So that's why when people were saying, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Because I knows what I do and I gets to it. But that's why people were saying it, because I think they took out of context what we were saying. We were saying that when I'm not in a relationship, I'm not doing stuff like that. When I am in a relationship, I'm definitely having a lot of, like, that would cause issues, I would assume. Like, I'm definitely pulling my part and doing my thing when I'm in a full-blown relationship. Like, I just feel like when we're dating, though, I'm not going to be doing all that. No. Now, me, that was the old me dating. Now, the new me dating, I might do a little something here and there. But I'm not going to be, like, busting it wide open. Like, no, I just don't. I'm doing something, but I ain't doing it like I would be doing it if I was in a relationship. But that's just me being honest. Like, and calling it what it is. But I think a lot of people had got super confused, because I was like, what? Even me, I was confused. I'm like, what is people talking about? Like, I do the do, but it was about when I do the do and how I do the do. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That was one thing. That was a question that was just like, let me make sure I clear this up, because I don't want people thinking I'm in a relationship and holding out on the goods, because I just don't be doing that kind of stuff. Like, no. I have some more questions too. Let me actually answer them, because the lady, she's not ready yet. Somebody said, why do people go back to exes? I feel like people go back to exes because they're comfortable with their ex. I feel like they're familiar. And sometimes people just want their relationship to work. We've all been there. I know I have. So, I think that's why people go back to exes. Said, what is your type? My type? I don't really think I have a type. I think before I did have a type, but now I don't have a type. Like, if I see somebody and something just something just pulls me to them, or I'm attracted to something on them, like, I'll go with it. Versus before, I was like, if they ain't checking off every single list physically, I ain't doing it. Like, I haven't really been like that lately, and I've been enjoying it, because I've been meeting a lot of bomb people. Another person said, how do you book and prepare a flight with denim? I want to start traveling with my dog. So it's this website that I go on, and basically you can go in there, you pay the rate, and you can either get your dog set up as an emotional support dog, or you can get them set up as a service animal. I have denim set up as a service animal, so that means that she can fly free anywhere. Before, they used to let emotional support animals fly free, but they don't let them anymore. They only let service dogs. But you literally can go online, pay for the certificate, which is like $100, and it's good for 2 years. They give you like cards, they give you a vest for the dog, they give you all this paperwork, and basically you could travel with the dog, and then you reach out to the airline beforehand and let them know, okay, I'm bringing my service animal with me, and they'll give you Delta will give you paperwork to fill out before you go for each flight. And Southwest, you take the paperwork and you go to the counter that is like a full service counter, and you just show them the paperwork, and they might ask you like, oh, what is the service this animal performs? And then you tell them what the animal performs. So I would say denim reminds me to take my medication when it's time to, because in the air the times can get finicky, and I need to take my medication. So she tells me what time to take my medication. So that's pretty much it. It is nothing more, nothing less. Now, out the country, I think you have to do some things of like shots 21 days out and stuff like that. I am going to take her out of the country. I just have not yet. But far as in the States, it's that easy, and you do not have to pay. Girl, it's at your own leisure. Another person said, will you do a meet and greet in ATL? Right now I'm just trying to figure myself out here. I'm not opposed to a meet and greet though. I've been doing like a lot of parties here, and everybody's been showing up. So I'm not opposed to doing a meet and greet. I guess it would just have to make sense of where I do it, when I do it, what kind of meet and greet it's going to be. I don't want to just go and meet y'all. I want to actually kiki and turn up and vibe, so yeah. that's where I'm at with it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you guys. I hope y'all love this Q&A. I try to give y'all some tea and spill on my life. If you're interested in this hair, I will have a video on that coming very soon. So check it out. But I love you guys. Go on my vlogging channel because I'm about to get turned in. Honey, I got somewhere to go. So we're going to be there in a minute. But I love y'all. See ya.